Hello, and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that is really afraid that Richard Lester is going to take over production because it keeps getting into arguments with the Salkins about going over budget. I don't know, maybe in 25 years I can come out with a director's cut. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Talon 1000 from GMT Games. Talon 1000 from GMT Games is an expansion to GMT Games' Talon, which came out about 3 years ago or so, which is a very, very interesting space combat game. In fact, I'll go so far as to say I love the base game. I reviewed it when it came out, and I fell in love with it. Talon is a fantastic game. So what do you get with this expansion? Talon 1000, first of all, comes with a plethora. Yes, I said a plethora of new ships. You have a ton of new spaceships. You've got new space bases. They all have kind of new and interesting configurations of their shields, of their weapons, of how they operate in general. So it's very, very interesting. Now, as we know, this is a game where you use the various hex spaceships as dry erase boards. You actually keep track of their numbers on there for the impulses, as well as you tick off like their shields, you tick off their charging of their weapon systems, of batteries and thrusters, and etc., etc. And these new ships, there's no shortage of them. They're really cool here. The game has a ton of new scenarios, and when I mean a ton, I mean they calculated it out, and there's over something like 51,000 different combinations you can make in order to create different scenarios in the game. The game lists off different point battles, like 300-point battle, 500-point battle, 700-point battle. You've got that, and you've got kind of a base assault scenario you can do. You've got where I think you're attacking a transport. There's all sorts of different scenarios that come with the game. Now, there is also an advanced AI system here if you want to play it solo. If you want to play it solo, you can go ahead and follow kind of the rules and the flowcharts and what have you, and you can play this very engaging solo mechanic here. There is also some new terrain, different tiles you can put out there that affect the ships differently as well. So basically, you're playing a game of Talon, and this gives you more and more and more good stuff for your game of Talon. Like I say, you've got a ton of new ships, you've got a ton of new scenarios, you've got this enhanced AI for your solo games, and you've also got some new terrain as well. So there's a lot of new stuff in here. Now, it had been a while since I played Talon, and I love Talon. I just hadn't gotten it at the table in a while. And this expansion came out, and I was so excited because it kind of gave me an excuse to get back and play this game. I introduced it to my friend Brian. We played it, and it blew him away as well. And of course, we used some of the new stuff. We used the new ships. We went through the new scenario. You got a scenario matrix that can help you pick what you're getting. And we absolutely loved it. This game is just phenomenal. If you love the base game, you will love this expansion. I absolutely 100% recommend you pick it up. If you haven't played Talon yet, pick it up. I mean, you know what? Buy it sight unseen, really. It's just that good. It's a fantastic space combat game. I've said this before. It's like a game of Star Wars Armada, but you don't have the miniatures, of course, obviously, and you don't have the setup, and you don't have the takedown. It's a much easier game to get to the table. It is a fantastic space combat game. Really one of my favorites in the genre. So without going on and on and on, let me just say, as far as Talon 1000 is concerned, absolutely, if you love this game like I do, buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, my Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. We are The Discriminating Gamer, and I'm just going to say it, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Donner's cut of Superman 2 is far superior to the theatrical cut. Richard Lester added all that slapstick, which sucked, and it's just a better film. It's got Brando in it. If you haven't seen the director's cut, go get it.
Please somebody help me on my feet again, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I've been dying.
Who are you asking? Me? Yeah, sure, let's do it.